the fluctuation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't really know. I haven't seen no breaks play. I definitely like I'm more familiar with the Michigan lineup,
Mhm.
and I don't have the same concerns that you're saying that there might be a little bit less cohesion than there has been in the past. But Kush
Yeah.
in threes, God knows Kush can do some damage, and up on the wing, I think he's gonna be pretty good. Dobe always great. Michael always great. Um, and then on the BU side, a lot of newer faces that I'm not familiar with. So I would have to say, just based on, I know that Michigan's putting out a very solid team tonight.
Yeah.
We'll see what
I
BU
think
does.
I think the cohesion narrative went out the window a little bit when you threw Cecil back in there at center
Yeah,
instead of
exactly.
Rune
Yeah,
at right D and
yeah.
no breaks at center. So
Then it's at this point it's basically five Michigan skaters, four Michigan
yeah,
skaters. Yeah.
yeah. Or or three Providence skaters if you want to go that route too. A lot of ways to look at it.
How about the new goalie Grimmeister? I guess do you think he's gonna be playing a lot for you guys in that season?
Yeah. I think if the epilogue season was any indication, Sponge wants a little bit more time out of the net. Maybe this is Dobe's way, giving him an opportunity to play some defense or some forward even this season.
Oh,
We'll
really? So
see.
Sponge is just he wants to mix it up. I thought that was just a one season thing.
Look, this is me just talking straight
Okay.
conjecture from last
Yeah. Okay.
season. I
Okay.
don't have any inside sources on that right
Okay.
now,
All
but
right. Fair enough.
always good to stir the pot early in the season. You know,
Well, we've done our
we'll see if that comes true.
yeah. Well, we've done our requisite pot stirring. Looks
Yeah.
like the game is just about to be underway here. Game one of the first Spotlight series. You got me and Tints. Tints, do you want to do play-by-play? Do you want to do color?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Ah, you know what? I'll let you call the first period. We'll see how it's feeling, and we can switch it up if you want.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm always happy to listen to the dulcet tones of Cixtimes.
All right. We got the sinking that has been trademark of this season.
Yeah, it really bringing up the suspense for game one, huh? We're really
Yeah.
dragging this out. There we go. In the game. Look at that. Beautiful ice.
All right. It looks like we've
Next
got
gen ice.
Cecil. Gotta make sure. I don't know why this is on 480p. There we go. And we've got Cecil against Smitty at center, I believe. Okay, Saucy in the point there. Shot from Davey. Blocked away by the pad of Grimmeister. Gets his first save of the night. Willis coming back the other way. And here's Smitty trying to center that. And Willis with a trip right there to kick off the night. Sidney Crosby. I didn't know Sidney Crosby would do that kind of thing. But Sid, I guess,
Yeah.
has showed up at TLX and the chip on his
The
shoulder.
imposter Crosby wearing 13 with the offensive zone penalty, looking more like Benoit Pouliot.
Yeah, Maxim LaPierre.
Oh, Michigan fell asleep off the draw.
Maybe
That's
some of that the cohesion narrative is coming back as we get this power play. We got 90 seconds to go. It looks like Michael here is carrying this puck up. Cecil harassing Smitty. They're able to get that puck away, and they center that into the BU bodies, who are able to get that dump
And
down.
it's back out. Knowing Kush, he might have been trying to smoke something between the face-off. I'm not trying to call him out, not trying to narc on him, but
They got 30 seconds here. Got an offside. We're gonna have a face-off at the blue line by the BU zone. Seems like both teams are a little bit in a funk to start. Maybe the feeling out period here.
yep. Somebody looking to drop the gloves on the BU side. Keep an eye on that.
Oh, hits no breaks in the body, and they're gonna bring that up. Cecil ends up throwing that to Saucy on D. Saucy's gonna lose the puck there. Davey.
I do like seeing Bars trying to shoot it on net from his own zone on the PK.
Yeah.
That's usually my move on the kills.
Hey, you could catch a goalie sleeping, man.
It happened to Aunt Sydney. I scored on him from center ice.
Someone did that in season 3 when we had BU. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Another face-off here. Looks like this will be a clean win for Cecil. He takes it back to Breaks. Breaks has got a little bit of time and space, but he skates himself out of it. There's a BU player here. Looks like Crosby's back on the ice and finds Davey, and they tip that on net. Smitty, first goal of the series. the Spotlight Series. We got Smitty. 3 seasons for this team. He shows up in a big game here. Gets to the net where the goals are scored.
And I think this is a worst case scenario for Michigan. This is shades of the Boston College matchup all over.
Well, yeah, especially when you're talking about they're not been able to get a lot of goals out. You don't want to spot them anything, and that is definitely one that could have been avoided.
Yeah, especially after a lackluster power play. That's a tough way to start the game for Michigan.
It's like 2 negative momentum signs. So
but hey, Sidney Crosby with the apple from the corner, looking like the real thing now.
Back into form. Slowly,
yeah.
slowly.
Let's see how Michigan responds here. They really need to get their cycle going, get some offensive zone time.
There's Davey. Passes that to Willis, who is, I guess, surrounded and gets... Smitty blocks that. Looks like Dobe here tries to get a shot, but he's whiffing on it. Nearly had it again. Kush rips that onto the blocker of Sunkuchi. That's a name that's hard to say with a straight face.
The blocker ain't slim, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Facts. As Kush with some of those threes moves, he's dangling everybody, but can he get this puck into the net? And he nearly does. Another blocker save.
Yeah, he's chomping at the bit tonight. Look at him.
Yeah.
Really like him for first goal of the season for Michigan.
Well, he's right there almost, but
yeah.
He is a goddamn weapon in threes. I don't know if you've seen him much lately, but
I haven't caught too much of the threes action.
Well, here it comes again. He's got another chance, and he passes that to Dobe. Dobe drives the net and draws a penalty.
That's some great work. That's what goes back to the pregame show, right? When we were talking about creating those odd man rushes, catching the defense off guard for your chances.
It was a nice unselfish play by Kush to get that to Dobe. He had a little bit more space to operate there. And Dobe finds Kush, and Kush just hitting the blocker again. That is not his friend right now. Has no breaks. Tees one up. Blocked by Smitty. Another block by Smitty. Oh, this is Phenomenal in net. Phenomenal had a little bit of a taste in our championship season. And he came back this season. I think he's going to play a significant amount more than he did last season. Because we had a bunch of goalies playing a lot last season.
Yeah.
So he's looking good to start here. I thought it was Sunkuchi, but I guess it's not Sunkuchi. So.
No, we've been saying that name for no reason.
Yeah, I think I want to keep saying it, to be honest with you. Dobe with a little deke. Creates some space, finds Kush. That's blocked by, I think, Davey there.
Much better power play thus far, though, for Michigan. It's a great response. Yeah. They settled in. They're getting some pressure.
A BU up to the task so far, and that dump by Davey is probably going to kill this off.
Yep.
Kind of regroup and get one last rush before it's 5-on-5 here. As Dobe carries it in and gets separated there by Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, and that was the same thing we were seeing with them against BC, where you're doing the stretch pass, but the guy is either wearing a defenseman or down the ice by himself.
Yeah.
You got to get out of that habit if you want to create some sustained pressure, I think.
Yeah. And here's Willis coming through, poked away by Michael. Michael with a huge hit. 2 nice stops there.
Michael sees the guy skating on him 1-on-2. He's licking his lips. He's waiting for that play. Yeah. He loves it. He'll take that every day of the week.
His trophy cabinet is very stacked, going for another Norris equivalent this season. Cecil wins this back in the Michigan zone. Just under 4 minutes to play in the first period. BU up by 1. As Barzil finds Davey for a quick out. Smitty tries to make a move, but Werenski coming back.
Coach was throwing that hip, hoping to connect, and he just missed there. That would have been something if he made contact. Would have sent Davey flying.
Are trying to do some damage this game. The physical side. Well, tie up by BU, but recovered by Michigan. Michael finds Dobe, but it just doesn't connect with the stick properly, and we are back in the Michigan end. Willis shoved down by Michael. Cecil tries to find Michael, finds Davey instead. Davey has Crosby in front of the net.
That was dangerous.
Someone takes a penalty here. Did you see this? What this was?
No, I was looking at the 3-on-1 down low.
Yeah.
I think BU, if they made one more pass, might have had a goal there. It looks like no breaks in the box. So
A lot of special teams action in this first period as we will get half of a power play to finish off the period. Willis carries it
yep.
over, getting harassed by Michael, and he finds Davey at the point. Davey just hits the bar and out, or post and out. Kush is going to dump that in and basically kill this
Ooh.
off.
You might have been looking for Dobe there on the clap, clap, clap down the ice. Almost worked. Good poke
That
by
would have been
Michael.
a hell of a way to end the period, tie it up shorthanded, but we are still 1-0 BU. Edge for Michigan, yeah. I mean, with the power plays that they had, you're going to expect a shot edge. Overall, looked pretty even, especially when you consider the power plays that period.
Yeah. I mean,
season.
for Michigan, when it rains, it pours, right? You get 7 shots, and you're still down 1-0 off the good tip by BU. It's tough way to start the season. They just got to keep buckling down and keep working at it to get on the board.
Yep. So, back to the start of the second. We will see if they can kill this off here.
Yeah, getting this PK will be huge for them.
Yeah, they need a shift in momentum in their favor, and Smitty catching that puck is not that. Bosky on the wall here, trying to make a play. Sends that down. Looks like BU's going to cover that. Crosby finds Davey. Davey taking a beat to make a play, but Wierenski strips that from him, and it looks like they got a 2-on-1 developing.
Here we go.
Wierenski pushing in. Oof, just barely angles himself out of a goal there.
Good hands by Kush. Patience.
Yeah.
And, you know, already Michigan, I think, has had more odd man rushes in this game, in this one period and change than they did the first 2 games against BC.
Yeah.
So, making some good plays. They just need to catch a couple breaks if they want to get back in this one.
Willis just can't put that one away. And here's got a great chance and a huge save by Grimmeister. Both of these goalies showing up to play.
Yeah. I know Grimm had a great preseason, and you're seeing more of that in the regular season. Great saves.
That was a 6 sequence from Grimmeister. He keeps this lead to just 1. Face-off win by Cecil. Back to Breaks. Breaks sends that down for Dobe. Looks like Dobe's going to get control of this with a streaking push. Can he find him? No, he shoots it himself and ties it up. Beauty shot. There you go.
Great plays, Catch the defense a little off guard, take the puck strong to the net, roof it. You know, it's always good to see the coach setting the tone for the team, and congrats Michigan on their first goal of the season.
Yeah, that was a great play. You know, he had Kush, you know the goalie's got to be thinking about it, and he just tucks that up into that corner. As Grimm sends this smartly up to the wall behind the net, Kush is able to cover this up and having trouble getting out of the neutral as BU is coming back the other way.
Look out. Okay. Good recovery by Michigan.
Well, there's Michael stepping up. Cecil sends that to the far side pad. Michael almost could have crashed and buried that, but not quite there. As Breaks finds Kush. Kush dumps it in. It's going to be up to Barzil to get this out through Davey. Davey to Smitty. Up to Crosby/Willis, who does something. I'm not sure what it was, but it goes back at the midfield.
Not what he wanted, I don't think.
Yeah, I would assume that it wasn't the plan there. Cecil here gains his own. Can't get the shot off there because I think that's Willis on the back check. Sends a pass here laterally, but Bosky is offside. Well, someone's offsides for Boston.
I think half the rush was offside.
Yeah, exactly. Face-off won by Smitty. They're not able to dump that in, and here's Dobe with basically an odd man rush. He's got a little bit of space to make something happen, and recovered by Barzil. Rush coming the other way.
As you know, as a player, sometimes I wish coach would just take a breath with those chances down ice. If the middle's not there, you can try to hold it, circle back to the point or something. You know, look for that second option.
Yeah. Here's Kush. Got a lot of speed behind the puck here. Creates a nice angle for Cecil's shot, but that floats up way high. And
like he got blocked out in front.
Yeah. Here's Willis again. Since it's a no breaks, he's trying to center that for a crashing Bosky
Oh,
as Davey cuts that
close.
off for the icing call.
It was a good race. Michigan with a great response after that first period adversity. I don't know if BU has more than 1 or 2 shots this period again so far.
Yeah, this is living up to the hype right now. 1-1, a lot of action end to end.
Yeah.
As we've got a little bit more here. Looks like Cecil coming in with speed. Nice shot and nice
Oh,
save. That looked like that had a chance to go in for sure. As Dobe rips one on. Another save for Phenomeno. That one not as hard as the others.
Phenomeno living up to his name in that so far.
Yeah.
Been really stout. If you're BU though, you want to get some more chances than the Michigan end right now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been all blue this period.
Yeah, Phenomenal's definitely keeping them in right now with his solid stops over and over here, and they've got to find some chances. So far, they've only scored on this tip, which is,
Yep.
it's something, but you want to get a few more. Cecil carrying it through for Kush, not able to connect.
Ooh. It's tough.
Michael.
I guess that's one of the biggest changes from 22 is the passing.
Yeah.
And the catching the passes.
Yeah, sometimes the passes don't catch when they would pretty much always catch. And then there's also the fact that it sends it so much harder than it would before. You know what I mean? Like, now that factors in there, you have to really time when you do start holding that R2. And Dobe, just going to get gloved down by Phenomeno on that kind of check to make sure you're covering that top corner. Phenomeno is.
Yeah, just seeing if the goalie's awake, you know. Yeah, whenever I get 22, I think my assist numbers are going to plummet because I was holding R2 a lot.
Oh, dude, I was too. It's an adjustment.
Yeah.
I was literally like, get the puck, start holding R2. Like,
yeah.
It's very awkward because you'll send it and it'll just carry them off their stick to fucking no man's land. Another face off here, the BU end. Won by Smitty down to Barzil, who sauces that, and it gets picked off by Kush, but recovered by BU, and then sent down to Cecil. Unintentionally. Cecil goes off sides there. We're going to have another face off here.
Yeah, this is exactly what Michigan wants right now. I mean, if you keep trying to stretch pass through 3 guys, Michigan will take that all night.
Yeah. Definitely as this has gone on, it does feel like Michigan have the better chance coming away with the win here. This is their type of game, like you said. Keep it tight, come away with a 1-goal, 2-goal win.
Yeah, and I think getting that monkey off their back with the first goal of the season is huge.
No doubt.
I mean, game, like I said, game 2 they were a little bit better, but you saw game 1 the desperation, the forced passes to the slot, trying to skate over the blue line and shooting when you're covered, just all that stuff that
Yeah. You gotta pull the goalie there, man, with 2 seconds left on the clock. You gotta do it.
Well, we're talking about the new goalie, right? Maybe that play wasn't run like Sponge has been in the past.
True.
Sponge, I think the only stat more than the goals against he cares about is the goals. So I don't know if Jimmy Cap's still in 21, but
he's doing a great Sponge impression when he is in the blue paint. So I'll give him that.
True.
We got Michigan really pulling away, like you said, in that second period. It definitely felt like Michigan turned it on there. And they did get the only goal, so they won the period. And starting to edge in face-offs, although it is pretty even. BU somehow, with the higher passing, although it felt like a lot of those weren't connecting. I guess that was on both sides.
Well, I mean, in order to have your pass percentage tank, you need to have the puck more, right? And BU didn't have it that period.
Yeah.
I forgot what the time on attack was for BU in the first period, but I think it was 50 seconds. So what they had, like 40 seconds time on attack that period, 3 shots. Michigan had 9. I mean,
they're gonna need to splash some water on their faces here for this third period.
Yeah, maybe they needed to follow the pregame regimen you recommended to me before the game at 6. We won't go into that on air. I think the only thing you're worried about if you're Michigan right now is the fact that you had 9 shots that period and only 1 goal to show for it.
Yep. And here we've got a 5er for Michigan. We're already talking about this team basically starting to carry the game, and you give them a 5er to start off the third. that is not what you want. There's going to be a huge 5 minutes here for this team's penalty killer Phenomeno, and bang.
Oh.
There you go.
Coach and Kush hooking up for the beauty of a goal.
Yeah, and there was not much Phenomeno could do about that. I mean, he didn't even have time to get set off a face-off here. You know?
No, I mean...
Great shot, great play. Bad penalty. They've got 4 minutes and 55 seconds of it left to kill, so hopefully they can keep that.
Goalie saved 15 of 17 thus far. You can't blame the goalie for anything, even if he does give up one.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, that's a backbreaker for BU. It's gonna be hard to come back from this. You saw the same thing in game 1 of Michigan BC when Michigan took a penalty. It was only a minor, but there was 14 minutes left in the game, and you know, you don't give yourself a chance on offense when you take a penalty.
Yeah,
you're always chasing.
Well, they weathered the storm in this second period for the most part, and now they've got 3.5 minutes to go here. If they can do it, they'll come away with some momentum, I think.
Yeah.
Even with the goal, you know, you'll have killed off 4 minutes and 55 seconds. So,
but then it's just a race against the clock.
Yeah, it is. Michigan's not exactly a sloppy team defensively, so
no,
it's not going to be.
This is right where you want to be if you're Michigan right now.
Yeah. With a full power play left to go, already having scored once, breaks, skates that through Smitty. Smitty's not able to do it. Cecil shoots that, nearly gets rewarded, but Phenomena's there. And it looks like someone's drawn one here.
Oh no!
Oh no! A 5-on-3. Oh dear.
Yep. That's some tough sledding for BU right now.
It's very tough. I believe that might even be... No, it's just the one defense. You got Davey here.
Yeah.
Killing all night long, feels like. And then Smitty and Bosky, I believe. Oh, no, Smitty and Willis here.
Yeah, Crosby.
Trying to take up as much space as they can on this triangle kill. Huge glove save. Just gets a bit of that. Michael here. Trying to find something. Bang.
Settle it down. There you go.
There's just so much ice to work with, and they find Kush. Take that 2-goal lead.
And they're still on the power play.
Yeah. And I think they might even still be on a 5-on-3. I hate to say it, but I think it might be the case. No, never mind. I think it's the other way. If you take a 2-minute and then you take a 5-minute, you can stay on the 5-on-3 for a minute. So they've got 50 seconds left to kill here. Cleared the zone.
And Michigan keeps scoring.
Yeah. Kush carries it over. Gets blocked by Davey.
They gotta move the puck. Move the puck. You got 45 seconds. You gotta hit the open guy there.
Davey throws that over. Here's the zone.
That'll do it.
Gonna bounce off Grimm's pad, and Michael's gonna start this jump up ice. Bounces off Dobe's stick, but he recovers. Resets off the wall for breaks. Dobe here finds Kush. Kush with a little bit of space near the point. L2ing like it's NHL 20.
Almost had something there. Let's see. BU's got half a period now to respond. Need 2 goals.
They do. Got Willis down here fighting to make a play.
Oh.
But just not quite on the money there. The defenseman was pushed up quite high into the zone, trying to get one of the 2 goals that they need to stay alive here. Willis hard on the forecheck. Kush finds breaks, streaking up, hits the basic corner of the net. Again, they've now hit both corners of the net.
Oh.
As Michigan is definitely feeling like they are in control. If you're watching these stress passes, Michigan skaters are in these lanes. You're gonna have to move the puck up more sequentially than that. As Michael jumps up with a nice pass to Kush, who is just not able to get that into the narrow angle for the net.
I think Michael's looking for the only defenseman trophy he doesn't have yet, which is the offensive defenseman.
Yeah, true.
He's been making some plays back there tonight. Been really impressive.
There's breaks to Kush. Kush gains the blue. And it just sends a friendly backhand at Phenomeno. He
And look how quick the time melted off. 10 minutes became
Yeah.
3:34 just like that.
We'll have that long last minute, but you've got to get a goal here to keep things interesting.
Yeah. And, you know, you got to break out, so you're going to lose another 20 or 30 seconds. Right now, just breaking out.
Yeah.
Good tie-up by Cecil here.
Cecil down behind the net, trying to release that. Davey with a nice poke. Stops Kush from exiting. As Cecil, playing deep, finds Dobe. Dobe sends that over for Breaks. Breaks sauces that behind the net. Kush is now in the corner. Dobe, Kush, Phenomenal comes up with the glove.
That's what I wanted to see from Michigan. That's what I wanted to see more out of them. They had the puck behind the net. They didn't try to force it right to the slot. They waited for something to open up, and then they made the play. That's just good shell right there. That's just good shell.
Yeah. They are definitely looking better and better as this game goes on tonight, and hopefully BU can reset here going into this second game.
Yeah, I think having Kush at forward tonight's really been a huge difference thus far.
He's created a lot of space and chances.
He might only have 1 point, but I mean, no, he has at least 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think he has.
But just making space, making plays. Living up to his threes billing, that's for sure. Ooh, yeah. Here comes Willis.
Willis, again, nearly had that pass there. It could have been a goal.
Do you think he was trying to pass, or do you think he was trying to hold it?
I'm not sure. I know that he got stopped before he could make the decision, I guess.
Yeah.
Guess it's a moot point at this point.
Yep.
As Barzil is going to just shoot that down at Willis. Pass the puck a little more.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like when you pass.
That's one way to send a message.
He made some good plays. But, yeah, I would say BU definitely will be looking at that game as one where they shot themselves in the foot. You know, Michigan went out and took it, but you can't take a 5 and then a second one right as you're about to kill off the 5. And then a bunch of other penalties over the course of the game if you want to give yourself a chance to win against a team that has had a lot of chemistry and experience in the past. You know?
A lot of success, yeah, and, you know.
Yeah.
Hats off to Dobe this game. I mean, he came out,
game.
Team needed a goal to start the season after, 7 periods? And he got the game tire and the game winner. So,
Those are the first 2
great
goals,
response. Right? Yeah, first 2 goals.
Yep. I didn't say 1-1 here. Whatever.
Because it's NHL 22, baby.
Yeah.
It's a $100 game.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's not supposed to show the right score at the end of the game.
No, definitely not.
You got to pay extra for that. That's the double X factor. As we're looking at the stats right now.
Yeah, Dobe.
Coach 2 goals, Kush 2 points.
880
look at those
percentage for Phenomenal there.
Look at those shots. Oh my gosh. BU had 1 shot in the 3rd period. I think Michigan had 9. That's what happens when you take 7 minutes and penalties in the 3rd period. I think the kids are saying sheesh now, so that's definitely a sheesh moment.
Sheesh?
Yeah.
I feel like that people were saying sheesh also in like the 50s, so everything just cycles around.
I mean, man, Michael with a huge game. Combined 13 takeaways, interceptions, only 4 giveaways, 92% passing. Made some beautiful plays in the offensive zone. 3 hits on the night.
Yeah.
So, you know,
if you're good. He's so consistent.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you never see a play where you're like, oh, Michael really fucked that one up. You know, like, he does really well, and he makes good decisions all the time, basically.
Yeah, I think if he keeps adding that offensive element to his game, he's just going to be more dangerous, more of a weapon.
A lot of guys try to like jump into defense and think that they have that, and it's like you need to do what Michael does first, and then start.
You need to do
if
you're defense. You know what I mean? If you're starting as a defenseman from forward, I think the first rule of thumb is just do less.
Yeah.
And then from there be like Mike. Yeah, and then from there be like Mike.
Yeah, be like Mike. That's the TLX. Be like Mike. Yeah. Be like Michael then. Yeah.
So that's exactly how Michigan had to play and had to respond. I think if they went down 2-0 there, that game might have gotten out of hand. Now, if you're BU, like what's your response? What are you looking to do? I mean, you need more than one shot in a period if you expect to beat this team, for starters. But
Yeah, I think BU. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the penalties were brutal, and I think
yeah, that killed him.
BU. I don't know if it's really a coaching discretion type thing where it's like, do
Yeah,
you switch somebody out? Who do you switch out? Because it did look okay before they started taking those penalties. They didn't actually pay attention to who took all those penalties. I guess Willis took
um,
some. I think
yeah. Willis took the one in the first.
uh,
Um,
Saucy took one when they were already on the 5, but I think it
yep.
was maybe Bosky who took that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right.
So it's like kind of like everybody was taking penalties, and I don't feel like everybody was playing so poorly. It was more that they were taking penalties. So I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
probably be swapping a guy or two out if I was BU just to mix things up a bit. Um,
Yeah, I think they need better support on the breakout too.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
you know, I just think they were struggling a bit. I think Michigan, when they're able to sit back like that with two or three guys and you're rushing only one or two guys yourself,
yeah,
it's not going to work. You're going to have to get pucks deep. You're going to have a good puck support. We'll see if they make any adjustments going into this game.
yeah. I mean, they had the one tip, which tip is good. Tip, you sent a puck at the net and the guy tipped it. That's great,
Yeah,
but that's what that was it, and then it was all downhill from there. So you
yeah. I
gotta
think
kind of reset and maybe switch something around, or who knows?
sure. I think the first period they had 3 shots. The second period they had 2 shots, and the third period they had 1 shot. So not a good trend. Um, at that rate, they're going to start this game with 0 shots in the first period. So hopefully they break this cycle. But it's it was a little tough sledding for them in the second half of that game for sure.
Yep.
I think if you're Michigan, the big test will be, can you score more goals 5-on-5? They got, it's great that their power play woke up, but you want to see some of that offensive zone time at 5-on-5, creating some goals.
Yep.
You can outshoot people all you want, but if you don't convert those chances, you might not win the game anyway. So we'll see. It looks like on the Michigan side they're running the same lineup. Looks like Cecil's keeping his center job.
I
Coach
think
was happy with
BU
the
is.
output.
I think BU is retooling for a minute or two, so I will just put us like on intermission, and we'll come back in like 2 minutes because
Sounds
we
good.
might be taking